Right then, let's get back into it. So, as you may remember, where we left off, we literally just got told off, so I had to reload the save. Let's save at the top. Wonderful.
My prince, with your every step towards me, my heart beats more happily. Come and look at the fruit of our union. A dragon, as yet unhatched. And there are more eggs lying upon velvet cushions in my tent. Dragons to be. Yet all what is yet.
Actually, you know what?
The God King seems you must
We've watched this before, so I can just skip through this.
Only you can save us.
That one.
Pray we have a sworn breaker.
A sworn.
And that other.
She embraces,
You have set
but you'll never be truly free.
my prince with a single breath.
Had her. The child will be a drag very well.
One.
God, I agree. Now go. One more battle. I'll marry.
They embrace,
Yonder portal.
and I love you.
Right, we already did that conversation, so I don't mind skipping it. Right, I'm going to save it before I interact with it.
The egg nestles in the glowing fire.
Leave it alone.
It's time. Kindle the flames. Hatch
The egg
my
nestles in
dragon.
the glowing fire. The dragon child inside the egg begins to stir. The egg begins to tremble. The shell begins to crack.
Hatch my dragon.
The shell cracks open. A small dragon's head becomes visible. It looks at the world around it and roars, flame bursting from its mouth. Though but moments born, you can already feel the terrible power of this creature.
Look at it. Isn't it magnificent? A tiny titan, ready to burst forth with unstoppable force.
The dragon hears its mother's voice and roars again. Spreading its wings, all of the shell gives way. It has happened. For the first time in millennia, a great red dragon is born.
Yeah, why not?
You approach the dragon and take it in your arms.
Yes. Go with your father, my darling. Make me proud.
The dragon nuzzles you with its snout, happy in its father's arms. A bright red flame surrounds you both, but does no harm. It is the magic that binds you to the dragon.
Your
Ooh.
soul has bonded with your child's, my love. Call for it, and it will join you in battle.
Ooh.
Off the dragon soars, ready to heed your call.
After all this time, the prophecy has come to pass. I am the father of dragons. How glorious, my child.
May our child reduce our foes to ashes.
So, we may have a new ally. Cool. I think I'll probably not use it in combat. Just because... if I was to take it with... Well, if I was to use it in combat, there's a chance that the Source King could use it against us, so... Best not to risk it if you ask me.
The consular guard is easily glimpsed from your side of the portal.
Yep, step through.
Well, that was fun. But alas, all good things come to their end. Time to get out of here.
Time indeed. Right, so Red Prince should have got a new ring. We'll keep hold. Actually, yeah, no, we'll keep hold of it. We might need that warfare.
The statue looms over arms. The tier is
The crypt. Right, okay, so we should be going down there. Before we head down there, who got the things? Okay, that's actually worse. I thought that might have been better, but it's worse. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Get the cell phone. Time to save it because we've got some awfulness coming up. Just say the path of anguish. Oh god, it's going to give us a quiz.
Venture no farther, only death lies beyond. Blood need not be spilled, bones need not be broken. Preserve thyself and flee.
Insists that you want to continue.
To cross this threshold is to plunge into thy grave. Do not decide in haste.
Limon passage.
Very well. Embrace thy fate.
Judgment, intuition, discretion. Yeah, courage.
It's a trap.
Moving to corporeal transposition engine.
Yeah, you get back up here. Drop you on them.
Moving to orifice manipulator.
Well, that's quite far. Yeah, unfortunately there's no way that I'm going to get up to where that guy went to.
There's no enter. Moving to reinforcement deploy.
Ah, they just keep coming. Look around. There's got to be a way to make them stop.
This is literally just going to be a run to the other side before you get overwhelmed.
I'm ready.
Okay, so there's source lots.
Moving to reinforcement deployment. Oh, moving to noxious atmosphere in it.
All reinforcements deployed.
Moving to orifice manipulator. Noxious atmosphere orifice manipulator.
Another one. How many more could there be?
Right, this one doesn't have anything in front of it. However, there is this skull here. Yeah, well, just so I don't spend like hours here. Right. Oh, okay. So we can make them remarkably less annoying to deal with.
Ignite, Papa. Moving to involuntary death assistant.
So now we only have 3 to... Oh no, we have 4 to worry about.
Moving to involuntary death assistant.
Right, okay, so... I feel like this thing lied to me.
Moving to involuntary death assistant.
There's no end to them.
Oh no, they can be ended. Okay.
I'll yield to none.
Ignite, Papa.
So basically what we need to do is knock out their magic defenses. Then use Source Vampirism.
Sleepy time.
That's gonna go boom. So we've got 2 left to deal with. It's got 2 turns until she can deal with them again.
It's just how it is. Illegal provides magical translation.
Alright, we'll just head back up then. Right. I moved too many times.
Moving to involuntary death system.
Right now, let's bless.
Sleepy time. Sleepy time.
Trap.
Right, okay, so we need to hit... Oh, okay. I understand. So we need to spell out power, apparently.
Look out. I see a trap nearby.
Do that one there. Fighting ability. I mean, I'll take that. Ability. Potency, there it is.
That lever did something. I could feel it. It feels like that lever did something.
Wisdom.
Something happened. I think.
Empathy.
Careful now. That's a trap.
Righteousness.
Something's happening. That must have been the last lever.
Right, then we can save that there. In fact, before we move on, I'm going to press the right buttons. That's straight up and upward. Alright. Save that there.
Must be getting closer to Lucian's pit.
You reach for your weapon, but as the small Voidwoken skitters forward, you get the sense that it's not here to fight. It looks at Fane, clicking and chittering in excitement, and introduces itself. Fane starts in shock. He knows it.
So nothing, this is Fane's business.
The Voidwoken was a colleague from Fane's days at the Academy, his assistant. It claims it knows how to save the Eternals. It promises Fane that if he can snatch the powers of the Seven, then he can restore his people. Not under the rule of the God King or the Void, they would finally be free. Fane turns away, pensive and quiet. Even as a scowl, you can see the pain etched into his face. The truth hangs heavy upon the air itself, unspoken. This is the point of no return. Somewhere beyond this point, you shall be undone, or you shall ascend. There is no middle ground.
You ready for this? Step into your destiny.
Yes, this might be something. My goodness. Here we are, Quercus. This is it. What do you mean, Quercus? Of course I'm prepared. I have my noble steed below me, and my trusted shield beside me. What more could I need?
His whiskers crack into a mischievous smile.
And I may have cracked the spell that will stop the great acorn in its furious tracks, if that's what you mean. That's right, Quercus. We've done it!
Sir Laura turns to you, his beady eyes shining with pride.
I owe you an apology, Shield. At the start of our journey, I wouldn't have believed this would lead me to the discovery that would save us all. But I see now that my prejudice was foolish. Without you, Quercus and I might still be stuck on that abominable prison island. Now, here I am. Here we are, on the brink of saving the world.
Time, you're glad to have been serviced to his calls.
Indeed, Quercus and I will find an advantageous location and do just that. Meanwhile, you must prevent the servants of the Acorn from interrupting us.
Sir Laura takes a slow, deep breath and lets it out in a rush.
You feel it, don't you? It's so still, but there's something behind it too, like a thunderclap waiting to fall. The great Acorn is nearly here. Its servants are poised for impact. We've known this moment would come. Now it is time to put my research to the test. I am ready. Quercus is ready. And you, Shield?
It's time.
Sir Laura waits in return and grabs your freebie with his tiny paw. He gives it a decisive shake, then salutes.
No matter what happens next, Shield, there's something Quercus and I want you to know. It has been an honor. Now, onward!
Ah, crap. Ow.
You come here often. Don't know what you did, but you just released a soul's blood. Thought I'd come and see what all the fuss was about. Should have known you were getting yourself into trouble. Looks like the big moment has finally arrived. I will do everything I can to support you, Godwoken. I will pray for you. I think you'll need it.
Respond with gratitude. The prayer will inspire and strengthen you.
Don't underestimate the power of true prayer. This is a place of incredible power where a single prayer holds the weight of thousands. Your heart and soul will fill as quickly as they're drained. Consider it a taste of your divine future. The people will pray for you. In turn, they'll trust you to do right by them, as I'm trusting you to do now. Of course, it's up to you whether or not to listen. You know how I'd respond, but you do you.
Melody wearily chuckles to herself, then bows her head in a show of unexpected but sincere reverence.
Looks like my investment's paid off after all.
I need worship only one divine, and I believe he stands before me now.
You've shown me kindness in the face of my sins. My worship is the least I can offer.
I've always preferred to be the one reaping the attention, but you've turned the tables. I suppose it's only right, seeing as how a new divinity may stand before me.
I'll go. Rivon needs a new divine.
Right. Leave it here. We've got this. Lucian's not dead.
God, Dallis told me about you. You must be as hard as diamonds, and twice as bright, to have come so far. Your divine welcomes you.
The divine you thought dead lords over the chamber from a granite throne. He moves to speak, but it's Wiedemann's voice that next pierces the air.
What a twist.
Lucian frowns at Wiedemann, then bestows a benevolent smile upon him. All that you know of him flashes across the panorama of your mind.
I underestimated you, Godwoken. You have proved to be a formidable foe. You have my respect.
Respect? Indeed.
Lucian's gaze rests upon you and goes through you. He takes your measure entirely.
Lucian, we should tell him the truth.
Yes, I agree. It is time we dropped our masks.
Dallis nods, then reaches for the sides of her head. Where there was one face, suddenly there are four. She takes off the mask of the shapeshifter. A skull is revealed, bejeweled and ancient as the void.
I am eternal.
Aren't they just full of surprises?
Express your shock. Remark that this clarifies very little. Demand an explanation. Laugh in spite of yourself. Is this tragedy or comedy? We'll go with that one.
Dallis is on the side of all that is good. She is helping me rid Rivellon of the influence of the Source. Listen to her.
I shall tell you the tales I told it to Lucian. Long ago, the scholar Fane discovered that the veil between the world and the void was made of Source. Our 7 lords desired this power.
Of course.
Silence, slave. Our king forbade the 7 to reach for this power, but they didn't listen. Instead, they rebelled and sent the king and his people into the void.
With the Source they stole from the Veil. The 7 created the races so they would have worshippers.
Press on what happened next.
The 7 made a mistake. By taking its source, they tore a hole in the veil, and it is through this hole that the void finds its way into our world.
The 7's lust for power let in the void. Our goal is to close the hole they created, to restore the Source to the Veil. When we are done, there shall be no more Source in the world. Rivellon will be finally free from the gods that enslaved them.
Closing the hole doomed Dallis' king and people to endless void.
My people cannot be allowed to return from the void. They are tarnished. They are void-woken. They can only bring chaos and death and...
There is more, but she hesitates to share it. Then she decides that she must.
I was a child when the God King tore my family apart. I was purged of Source and left to rot in a putrid tomb. A child. It was hell. A hell I suffered for the sins of my father. He was the one that betrayed the God King. He was the one that told the 7 the secrets of the Veil. The cruel joke of it all is that the same tomb that housed my tortured body is what sheltered me from the void. Few Eternals escape that fate. Myself, my mother, and Fane. Yes, Fane is my father.
What? No. It can't be. Everything Dallis did. It wasn't you. Child.
Everything I did to fix your mistake. Our people. Every purged sorcerer. Every dead magister. All those weeping families. They're on your head, father. But now I have revenge. Revenge on the 7 and the God King. Revenge for what they took from me. My life. My people. My mother!
The hammer's voice falters and her coolness vanishes. Every crack and rasp betrays her grief. But her next words burn not with sadness, but anger.
Did you even look for me? Did you even look for her?
Dallis, control yourself. Our purpose transcends your personal wounds.
Yes. You are right.
Dallas's reasons weren't mine to question. All that ever mattered to me was peace. Peace for Riverrun. Peace for me, whatever the means. And now, we are on the precipice.
Up to the real Dallis.
She
We'll go with that one.
sacrificed herself for the betterment of Rivellon. She didn't do it willingly, mind you. Curiosity led her to the tomb. My hunger for source took care of the rest. I presume her bones remained there. And then I took up yours. Face rippers are such marvels, aren't they? It didn't take long to realize that Lucian was the key to my vengeance, and I was the key to the salvation of Rivellon.
Lucian wants peace. That's how their brutal actions were meant to achieve peace.
While Dallis sought the Aetheran, I started draining the gods of their source.
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
One more word from you, and I shall use the leash.
I had to hide from the gods. So I had the walls of this crypt equipped with Tenebrium and protections put in place. It worked. Everyone, even the gods, thought me dead. As divine, I was created, empowered to stop the void. I was the avatar of the Seven, their strength and their weakness. My bond to them allowed me to drain them of their source.
Address Redmond directly. He is a Source King enslaved, and his name is Breckus Rex.
Maggot! I am no slave.
With a flick of her wrist, Dallis sends a jolt through Brackus's body. He writhes in pain.
Don't worry, he's well under control. He has made a fine servant. Isn't that right? Ingrate. I used him to find the Aetheran. When we're done, I'll release him from his duty and free him from his pain. Until then...
Dallis punctuates her statement with another wrist flip. Brackus shudders, but his lips remain curled in a self-satisfied grimace.
Still the source from the Seven weakened the gods and allowed the Void Welcome to appear.
Yes, in a sense. When the Deathfall was unleashed, many elves died. With fewer elves to worship him, Tia Sendilius weakened. This gave the God King his first real foothold back in the world. To strengthen himself, he sent his Voidwoken, the remnants of my people, to hunt down the sorcerers seeking to reclaim their source.
The Voidwoken. Disgusting things. They ravaged the land they touched and infected the air they breathed. They were also an incredible stroke of luck. You see, blaming the sorcerers for Voidwoken made them easier to capture.
The Aetheran now contains almost all of the swords the Seven stole. Soon, we will be able to heal the Veil.
The void shall be banished, and I, Lucian the Divine, shall return from the dead. A false divine, of course. I shall have no power, but the world will not know this. I shall demand peace, and we shall have it.
The plan is almost complete.
We have made so many sacrifices, Godwin. All of us. Of ourselves and those we love. One last sacrifice is required. For the future of Rivellon, you must surrender your source.
Decide. Be the true hero and give up your source, or be forced to submit. Like a coward. Like a slave.
There is no other way. The source of the world is required. Close the veil. All of the source. We only lack yours.
Note that giving up one's source renders one a silent monk, a husk of oneself, and non-being.
As I say, One last sacrifice is required. Yours.
Ask Lucian how he feels about Dallas' attempts to murder Alexander, his only surviving son. Know that Lucian's massacre of the masters and students of the academy wasn't really done to aid Alexander.
We already had more than enough Godwoken.
Another sacrifice I was forced to make. Those beautiful people. I was as kind as I could be. I promise you that.
Ask Lucian how he feels about Dallas' attempt to murder Alexander, his only surviving son.
Alexander was Godwoken. Once, years ago, I should have killed Damien, but instead took him as my son. Quite the mistake. Now, I was forced to kill Alexander, my blood. But once more, I could not.
The task fell to me.
And me.
Yeah, implore them to stop. You've had enough lies.
Then let us proceed.
Show some responsibility, Father! Surrender your source.
Sealing the veil will lock our people away forever. They will never be free of the void. Though if they return, what becomes of this world?
Fane turns to you. In all the time that you've traveled together, you've never seen him like this. He's trembling with emotion.
And you, my fellow adventurers. Together we have seen more than generations of mortals could ever see. You have seen the horrors of the void, and I have seen this world through your eyes. You showed me how beautiful it really was. There is no one else I would trust to make this choice. Whatever you decide, I will follow.
You'll be a hero. Everyone will know the sacrifice you'll make. Your name will be synonymous with the survival of Rivellon.
Don't let them do this to us!
But our souls? There has to be another way.
No, never.
If you want my soul, you'll have to take it by force. Try and it'll cost you your life.
I understand. Sacrifice takes courage. But I shall help you. Though it pains me, your sacrifice shall be made for you. Dallas.
I'm sorry. You've come such a long way. But there is too much at stake. This is the end.
Well, gotta give him credit. It's a really nice thing with the music. Right. Right. What the teleport? Right. I guess we're going to need to focus on the divine, the previous divine. Spider. Right. Get rid of decaying. Summon that boy. And breathe fire on you. Ah, crap, yeah. Forgot about that. Slap. By you. Don't get attack of opportunity because it was moving with a skill. Ow. Crikey. Well, that's not ideal. Pop you there because you're out of the thing, but also in the thing. Okay, yes, I made a red bag culver. Do I still have that scroll? Nope, used it already. Okay. So let's do that side. Have some of that. Ah, that's where you went. I was curious. Well, there's a ghost down. It took a shot so I didn't have to. Oi! Right. So I'm going to need to head down here, deal with this. Oh, I got him. Right. Nope, don't need that. Okay, we'll just enter. No, I should pick, well, me up. Pop me over here. Hopefully I don't get instantly targeted by Vredeman. Going back over there now. That's fine. And just continue to cast skills down there, that's also fine. Like that. What's that? Cost 2, okay. Never mind then. That's right. Grab Dallis, drop Dallis over there. Nice. Lovely.
Are you feeling poorly, Dallas? Good. You shall not seal the veil. I call on the God King.
How? What? You are unleashed!
Friedemann cackles in delight at this turn of events. His unbridled glee slithers into your veins and throttles your heart.
You left the leashing wand next to me, you stupid maggot. So accustomed had you become to me pretending to be your slave. Kill him! Do shut up, you tedious buffoon. And don't look so surprised. As if I would allow that bone-bag Dallas to enslave me. Me?
Yeah, confront Dallas.
This is not the time for talk. Kill him now! Too late, you murdering, blood-stained pigs. Grant me power, my ally.
Strength persuasion.
King. You dare to Brackus Rex? Who are you to challenge the Source King?
Champion of the elves and dwarves, he will listen to you. Yeah, the god woken with a claim on divinity. He's but an upstart, a relic, a pebble on the path. You shall put the Source King back in his box.
Ah, you are the fetid dirt on.
Right, okay.
The God King hears my call.
Right, where is he? All the way over there, okay.
Sends a companion worthy of Come to the Source King.
Please eat him. Well, this isn't ideal. Right, okay. I think I know what I need to do. Excuse you? Right, I don't know if this is going to be only good for one swing or not. Right. Everyone move closer. Lovely. Said before, I'll say it again. Lovely. Right, so it can get cleansed by Bless, right? Yeah. Range, dang it. Oh, we can get rid of it on Fern at least. So what's she doing? She's just moving slowly. Lovely. Right, how much HP do we have? Hopefully enough. Really? Well, that was crap. Well, Lucian's unconscious. Right. Do I have any source abilities, do I? Oh, I've got that one, but will it really do much in this scenario? Just do the best I can, really. Can do that though. Maybe I should have focused on Vredeman first. That would have probably been the smart idea. Crikey. Just out of range. I can't move because of him. Ah, Christ. Right, okay. Right, can we actually pick people up? Yes, we can. Wonderful. Put Red Prince directly behind. This is fine.
I'm ready.
I swear that's literally all he does. Pretty sure you got bigger issues right now, Dallas. I go on, keep aiming spells at me, why not? Directly in the fire. Ouch. Directly behind Dallas. Right. Pop you up here as well. Do that as well. Okay, I'm pretty sure that wasn't what I clicked on, but I guess it was. There we go. Oh god, he's going to do that thing again. Yeah. Well, that's annoying. Right, we've got 3 AP to play around with. Let's have some of that. Oh, she's unconscious now too. Which means it's literally just my party against, well, that. Ah, fudge, I didn't notice. Is there a way to cure that? Yes, there is. Nice. So that heals him. Ow. So that's going to focus on my boy. That thing can move too much. Okay, this is where things are going to get bad for me. Right. Right. I need to try and leave. Right, okay. Ow. Right, we can't even reach Fern. Flurry really doesn't do much. Right. Best bets would be Fan of Knives. Crap. Yes. They're out of range, so I can just heal myself. And we'll continue to inch closer. Yes. Get wrecked. Sorry for that loud clap.
Lucian struggles to rise, but the weight of his own pain leaves him to gravity's mercy.
My time is done. But your source burns so bright I'm all but blinded by it. Be wise and true, Godwalker. I am no hero, but wisdom and truth. These are values I always believed in.
Dallas groans in pain.
I have failed. The future of all that is rests on your shoulders.
Well then, this is, as they say, it. I never dreamed that after all this, I would be standing here with one of your kind. Let alone that I would be proud to do so. I cannot imagine someone I would trust more with divinity, including myself.
Humbly bow your head. You'll do your best.
Fane lays a bony hand on your shoulder, squeezing gently.
Do you know? I believe you will.
Here we stand, once more on the cusp of divinity. With this cup, so long thirsted for, I willfully let it pass from me. All my life has been a lead-up to this, to be the King of Kings, God of Gods. I will not say it was in vain. I will say it was vanity. If I were to chance upon my throne right now, I would sit down beside it, cast my glance to the horizon, and think of worthier things. I'd think of Sadler, my great love. I'd think of my children, their joyous dance through fiery skies. And of course I'd think of you, of the adventures we had, of our unlikely yet heartfelt friendship. Yes, I'd sit there, thoroughly contented, and wait for you to ascend the throne.
So it's been a lot of travelling with them.
I know.
A mischievous smile.
But I do have to add, likewise.
Listen, this is it. Again. And I want you to know I'm not putting up a fight, not against you. My revels are now ended. Yours are about to begin. I've had my vengeance, my life and my liberty. You helped me win them back. And then, when you told me you loved me, all of me awoke. All I want now is for this to end. To be by your side when we wage the final battle. And for long, long after.
Take her by the hand, say it again. You love her.
I know you do.
Oh.
Now kiss me. You kiss each other passionately, ready to face the darkest dark. You think back on your journey here, on all that you have seen and done. You think of the magisters and the sorcerers they hunted, and of the good and the evil on both sides. You think of how the Eternals came as Voidwoken to reclaim their stolen world. You look at the source around you. The power is immense. Divinity at your fingertips. You think of what you could do with such power. The rights you'd wrong, the wars you'd win. You marvel at your journey and how it has changed you. You think of those you left behind, and of those you met along the way, who stood by you or against you. It's time to choose your fate, and the fate of all you hold dear. What shall it be? Shall you be divine?
Yes. Take a deep breath and claim divinity.
After all that you have been through, and all that you have done, all that you have become, the Aetherin lies in front of you. Divinity is yours to take, or to sacrifice. What you do next decides your own fate, and the future of the world. What shall you do with divinity?
Yeah. Fulfill your destiny as the Godwoken. Become the new divine.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. A new divine rose, a true heir to the Seven, more powerful than ever, and united Revelon in its battle against the Void. All across the realm he was loved, worshipped, and adored. Humans, lizards, elves, and dwarves all rallied to his banner. The Great Allegiance stood once more, but the war continued. From the depths of the void, the God King still sought to return. As for me, my last hope of ever being freed of the God King's terrible tyranny faded when the Godwoken claimed divinity. An eternity of pain and suffering is mine. I cling now to the dream that one day the veil will be sealed, that one day I can be freed, that one day a new Godwoken will rise.
I would feel bad, but Wendigo was kind of a butt, so you know.
Malady stands tall and proud, sunlight sparkling off her mask. From here she looks almost angelic.
Well, here we are again. You, me, and the ship I've saved from ruin for your personal benefit. I'd say you owe me, but why state the obvious? Get an eyeful, Your Holiness. I expect it's the last we'll see of each other for some time.
She turns to you, arms crossed, and grins.
Look at you. Magnificent.
Yeah, none of this would be possible without her.
Don't I know it? Let's hope it pays off.
She fingers the mask covering her face. For a moment, it seems as though she's about to remove it, but instead, she places a hand on your shoulder.
We've come a long way together. I did my best by you all the way. Sacrificed much. I'd give even more to see you become exactly what you've become. Soon, I'd like to have a little chat about something you can do for me. But I believe that can wait.
Okie dokie.
Relax. Enjoy. I certainly plan to do the same.
Ask where she plans to go.
Oh, I don't know. Round about. Treat myself to some mead, a lover or 300. I'd say we've earned it. And when the time comes, I'll come find you. Your Holiness.
Right. I need to find Sebille first. Mira. Sebille, there you are.
There you are. Come, let me take a look at you. I've never known a god before they became divine. I was curious if it would have changed you.
She gives you a long, assessing look, but makes no immediate comment.
Don't feel changed at all.
Really?
She paces around you like a cat, looking you over.
Well, you certainly look the same. But there's something in the air around you. It vibrates ever so slightly. There's magic in it. Power. Don't you feel it?
You do, but you feel unchanged in your soul and mind.
Maybe you should give it a bit of time. I imagine it takes almighty power a little while to settle in.
Ask what she'll do now.
I'll serve my people as best I can. I'm theirs now and they are mine. But I won't forget what we shared. Never forget that. We love each other after all.
A kiss, and oh, how sweet she tastes.
Let's do good. You by yours, me by mine. Together. Though oft apart.
Well, if it isn't the new divine gracing me with his presence. How honored.
Ask him what I'll do now.
That is the question, isn't it? How does one top the greatest feat of necromancy ever conceived? I might have the answer to that. Tell me, have you ever heard of Gustafsson? No, of course you wouldn't. It's a written language, unreadable to most, but myself naturally. It comes from a mysterious race from another world. Beings that feed on minds.
Oh?
I intend to seek them out. This Gustafsson seems to guard portals to their realm. But once I've uncovered one, well, I settle for being the greatest mind in just one world. There's another for the taking.
Amazing I'm still here. That we're still here. That Lucian... Well, that relationship always was complicated, wasn't it? You're so much like him. My instincts tell me to kneel to the new divine. I've done so before, after all. But I can't drive myself to do it again.
Not an understanding. You don't want a question of devotion, you just want a friend.
Gareth beams. For the first time, he is his own man. Yet his enthusiasm is not a man's, but a child's.
A friend, yes. That I know how to be.
For a moment, his mind wanders to memories of friends and enemies, of malady and magisters, of demons and divinity. He is then in the present once more, and smiles at you.
Friends.
What's next for you?
I find a way to fit. I wasn't just content to lurk in Lucian's shadow. I was his shadow. Now I stand in the sun as my own man. I just don't know who that man is. And so I find out. My goal is to have a goal. If that makes sense at all. And if it doesn't, well, that's all I've got.
Alright, so Laura.
Well, look who finally graced us with their presence. I suppose some thanks.
Smile and tell him he's welcome. Wasn't easy, but you made it.
No, you should be thanking me. I just saved the world from the great Aegon. You're welcome, by the way. Honestly, Quercus, some creatures have no sense of perspective.
Bow and thank the squirrel for his service.
A huge grin slowly spreads across the squirrel's small face.
Of course, had you not stopped this god king and his lackers, there would have been very little left for me to save. So?
The cat moves forward, twisting around your legs and filling the air with the sound of dry, dusty purring.
Ah, Quackers! Please, have a little decorum.
Yeah, they've been through a lot, you should relax.
This battle is won, my friend, but we still have a war to fight. We've undone the Great Acorn, but the Knights of Dre are still out there. They summoned the Great Acorn once. They will be able to summon it again. We have to destroy their order, once and for all. That is the future Quercus and I have ahead of us. We no longer need a shield, but we are very happy.
It's been an honour. If he ever needs your help again, he's welcome to ask.
The honor is all mine. I pray we will not need to call on you, but I am grateful for the offer. I never thought I would be proud to have befriended a giant, but there is no one I... Ow! Quercus! There is no one that we would rather walk this world. I do not know what comes next, but we will always have a friend in the forest. Come, Quercus. We must... Oh, I think you have something in your eye, my friend.
The cat curls up and
Oh.
sottles into his squirrel friend, who quietly sits and sniffs on the deck.
Right, we need to go have a word with Red Prince, because I wanted to find Sabine before I found, like, most other people.
Well, look what the cat dragged. A goblin.
He smiles at you fondly as he takes you by the hand.
You've done us proud. You saved the world.
Didn't say that long.
We were all of us instrumental, but only one walked away with divinity. I'm glad it was you.
Ask if there's anywhere I'd like the Village of Vengeance to bring him.
Oh, if you don't mind. After all, I've dragons to raise. I need to teach them to be good boys and girls before they set the entire world on fire. There may be an accident or two along the way. Please don't hold it against them. I long to see my palace again. The Forbidden City. The scents of spices and incense. The sound of sitars and far-off rooms. To sit all day in perfumed shade, watch the white of the marble change with the journey of the sun. But above all, I long to be with Sadler. Long to finally have the time to love.
Wish him the brightest of futures.
Oh, but before you go, remember how when we first met, I took you by the jaw to inspect your teeth?
What an amusing memory. Almost forgotten.
Not something one forgets in a hurry. Now, if you recall, as per your own testimony, you've no culinary skills, you lack a sense of fashion, and you've little or no regard for personal hygiene. A damning assessment, if ever there was one. Still, I'm nothing if not a tolerant man who believes in individual growth. I'm sure the journey taught you much. As such, I'd like to offer you what I denied you before, the opportunity to become my slave. What say you?
So deeply than hit him on the nose. I'm just gonna roll my eyes and walk away.
But where are you going? Really? It's the lack of manners that I find so unforgivably disgraceful.
Have a word with the everyone.
Decent Spirit smiles as you approach and begins to sing a tune you think vaguely familiar.
Here the wild beast just sails on the ocean, he's docked in the bay and coming your way. Off on the yawn you hear the commotion, he's docked in the bay and coming your way. Trouble can't hide you nor can your birth, his daggers don't care about the gold that you're worth. He'll bury your bones neath a mountain of earth, he's docked in the bay and coming
stands for, but I must say, it's rather exciting to say I've been up close and personal with one.
Ask what's next for her.
Who knows? A nice cottage someplace quiet from the Happy and I. A roaring fire and a feather bed. Maybe. Maybe. But a girl needs some fun, doesn't she?
Alright, we'll take his leave.
You're the new Divine. That's so cool. What's it like?
Flex your biceps, you're ready to spread truth in this land of lies. It's like sitting down to a feast and not knowing what to taste first. Also with power, can't wait to put it to good use.
I'll be counting on you. There's also the matter of my payment for all the stuff I've done for you. That'll be...
He taps his fingers and mouths silently while he counts, until he arrives at an acceptable figure.
1,300,000 dozen and 50 gold pieces. Now pay up.
Laugh and tell him you've got a better idea.
Yeah? What's that?
Point out that being divined is no laughing matter. You could really use someone to keep you cheered up.
Han ponders your suggestion for all of a second.
You got it. But you better believe the bill for that will be a doozy. Now let's see. A dwarf, a demon, and a druid walk into a pub.
Oh.
Closer winks and curtseys in playful reverence. Her spectral gaze twinkles.
Right, 2 more to do.
Ifan's spirit stares at you, seemingly through you. There is neither affection nor blame in his expression.
Got his name.
He gives no sign of seeing you. Ifan's eyes flicker rapidly from side to side, as if trying to take in an expansive sight.
Glaku Duma. Glaku Duma.
He whispers the phrase over and over, and suddenly you seem to hear the chattering of thousands of elven voices in the distance. Then, before your eyes, his spirit dissolves into the sound, his own voice joining the cacophony that you can hear. That you could hear, for now no sound remains. All is calm.
Okay. Okay.
Fane is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He leaves through it slowly, muttering to himself.
Interesting.
His eyes stay fixed on the book as you approach.
Then you can grab his sleeve and examine it between your 2 fingers. Yeah, cough quietly to get his attention.
Fane looks up, his gaze carefully drinking you in.
Fascinating. The power of my people. The power of the Veil. All in one delicate mortal shell. Who could have imagined?
Admit it feels a little strange.
The powers of the universe rushing through your body and you feel strange? Heavens, no.
The skeleton looks back to the book. You can feel the grief radiating from him.
I can't help thinking that I could have saved them. That I could have done something.
He could have saved them but sacrificed everyone else who did the right thing.
Right. An interesting concept. You creatures talk about right and wrong as if they are carved in stone somewhere for all to see. No. I made a choice. And I shall live with that choice until the end of days. That doesn't mean I cannot mourn them, though. They deserve that much.
He's in pain, you can feel it. But you can also feel the great potential of the future that lies ahead.
The skeleton hefts Hubert's dog-eared encyclopedia. It's weighed heavy in his hands.
I've been rereading this book, looking over your history once again, poring over every detail with a new perspective, and do you know what? It's shit.
Fane tosses the book over his shoulder. It flutters in the air as it sails over the ship's railing and disappears with a faint splash.
If you have spent your life staring at a thing, you can write about it with knowledge. You can write about it with love. But it is almost impossible to write about it with wonder. You creatures have spent your lives trudging about this world,
and you've grown blind to its miracles.
Yeah, I suppose he's right.
Take otters, for example. Energetic, waterproof cats, utterly beautiful creatures. Or octopuses. Did you know they're secretly octopuses? Octopi? Octopods. I shall have to look that up. Regardless, the world is filled with absolutely incredible sights. And who better to catalogue them with the awe they deserve than someone seeing them for the first time?
Can't imagine anyone better for the job.
Do you know, there is the idea that nothing is ever truly created or destroyed. I suppose we are all Source, just in different forms. You being the cruder, less jewel-encrusted form, naturally. But my people were Source too, although we didn't know it at the time. And our Source helped create you. In a way, I was walking alongside the best version of them the entire time. In you, I found a home better than the one I was pining for. Thank you, Godwin.
Aww. Right, before we try and talk to the ship, there we go.
There's nothing interesting down there. The future lies above.
Alright. Speak with the ship then.
It gives me almost as much pleasure to speak to you as it does to be whole again.
Remark that it's good to see her. The Lady Vengeance has been a dependable ally.
I will always be an ally to those that carry swords, to those whose blood is of the heroes of old, and so, as always, I am at the ready.
Yeah, it's time to depart.
Out to the endless beyond. The sun's light plays upon the waves, just as it always did. The sails flutter in the wind, just as they always will. And yet, something is different. You are different. And with a start, you realize where you must go next. You speak the command to the Lady Vengeance, and another chapter begins. War raged on. Arx remained the center of power as the races united behind the Divine. But the Voidwoken attacks continued as they did elsewhere. Arx would see many more long years of war. The ancient empire of lizards became one of the pillars of the new Divine Alliance. The Houses of War and of Shadows were particularly useful in the fight against the God King. The Empire used the war to expand its territory. Justinia returned to her throne. Under her rule, the Dwarven Kingdom fought for the Divine, and her loyalty was unquestionable. Many fine and courageous dwarves did their people great honor, in battle and in death. With Lucian gone, the elves reluctantly rejoined the Divine Alliance. Their place in the war on the Void would entirely depend on the integrity of the new Divine. And on the integrity of the elven Godwoken who did not ascend. And here and there, across the world, what was left of the Black Ring fought on. The island of Fort Joy remained a sorcerer's paradise, a place of exile for those whose sorcery threatened to bring in the Void. For their well-being, its residents depended entirely on the benevolence of the new Divine. Reaper's Coast struggled on. The farms and the fisheries fought to feed the people against the Voidwoken blight.
Yeah, the more we see of this, the more I kind of wish that
The black
I'd.
pits took fire. The oil there burns still.
Yeah, the more I wish I'd kind of repaired the veil.
Driftwood teetered on the edge of starvation until the night the Voidwoken came from the sea. All were killed. This did, however, put an end to the famine. The nameless isle had vanished. Although only open water remained, by instinct ships would steer clear. None of the captains could articulate why. Arks battled on. Sir Gareth thanked the surviving Seekers for their service and gave them their freedom. Disillusioned with ongoing war, he set out alone to find a new purpose. He would never stop seeking. Young Han grew up a warrior and became one of the Alliance's greatest generals. But even he could not win the war. Almira and Mihaili settled in an abandoned homestead. The locals liked and respected Almira. She never wanted for help, and deals always fell to her favor. Outsiders were often suspicious, but no local would speak against her. With a new divine at the helm, Malady had a powerful ally, but she was in no hurry to call in her favor. After all, it might be the last thing she ever did. Having performed the greatest act of necromancy in history, Tarquin found the new world unchallenging. He became obsessed with rumors of another plane of existence. One day he vanished and was never seen again.
I wonder if he'll show up in like Baldur's Gate 3.
Ahu the wizard
So you mentioned,
served the new divine with honor, wisdom, and an at times unnerving feline elegance. The undead priestess Gratiana remained in her sanctuary, happy to wait for the war to pass. She was troubled only by the silence of her goddess. Jehan the demon hunter never stopped hunting for demons. Sahala sought to strengthen the Elven alliance with the new divine. Her powers of sight proved useful in the ongoing war against the Void, but she could never be sure that the new divine trusted her. Tova, her mother, was Sahala's most trusted warrior. Fane travelled Rivellon, notebook in hand, recording the wonders he discovered. He kept a socket peeled for signs of the Eternals, hoping to find the wife he had lost. He's still looking.
I appreciate that they give you like story
As
stuff.
the new mother, Sabine found a great forest and founded a new elven homeland. Elves flocked to her and worshipped her as a goddess. Sabine swore never to kill again, but once in a while she'd look at her needle and smile. On his return to the Empire, the Red Prince was hailed a hero. He married Sada, and they had many more dragons. Soon, the prince became the Emperor. Faced with dragons, the Void did not gain the upper hand in the Empire. And then there was you.
There was me, indeed.
For how much of this do you take credit or blame? And what kind of divine were you as the world battled on?
Hopefully a good one.
Did you show mercy or strength? Did you sacrifice others as Lucian had done? Did you regret becoming divine? Should you have given your soul and sealed the veil?
Yeah, I kind of do regret that, I'll be honest.
Only you know the truth.
And anyone that was watching this.
Only you know if you atone for your sins.
Well, safe to say that was a very good game, and we're going to let these critics play. That is a really difficult name to read. That was so colourful. Gremlins eating potions. That was very enjoyable. I think I'll probably give it a week before I start Baldur's Gate 3 though. Loving all the art as it's going by. I like concept art and stuff. I'm kind of sad that like I broke I broke the magical sword on the first swing. I didn't even take him out with it. That was terrible. Yeah, there's some aspects I didn't like some fights you just get constantly stuck in, okay I can't do anything this turn, okay I can't do anything that turn either, okay I still can't do anything this turn, which, you know, that kind of sucked. But, you know, good game, overall. Look at that armor. I also really like this music. Blizzard! Right, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'm not sure how long these are gonna run for, but I'll leave it running. As it is extremely warm, and I don't want to, like, you know, damage my health by not having enough liquid. So I should be back. Back in time for the Kickstarter back, as I see. Bye-bye. I wish I'd known about the Kickstarter, because at the time I did have money to throw around, so it could have been good to have got the... Could have been good to have backed it. Ah well. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. A lot of A's. A Baron of Heck. Good username. Good username. Or screen name, I should say, not username. The son of Brynjolf. Yeah, I think I need to look up when Solora was actually added, because I don't remember Solora in the first playthrough that I did. I remember there being an undead cat, but I don't remember a squirrel riding on it. Well, hopefully this is not a risky song. I suppose if it is, the stream will just end. Drunken tofu. That looks painful. Really painful. Ugh. That's cool. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to deal with the dragon. The Devourer. Not loud. Yanis von Jurg Varpins, the third of the Kingdom of Latvia, bearer of the title of Devourer of Food. That is a title and a half. It's a chicken cross the hallway to check for traps. Okay. Jeremy the Hat Weaver. I wonder how you get a nickname of the Hat. Now, you might be wondering, why am I sitting through the Kickstarter ones? And partially it's because we get amazing art like that with horrific creatures, but also partially because without the funding this game wouldn't have been made. So they deserve, you know, they deserve recognition. The devs more so, but that is horrific. As is that. As is that. About halfway with names now, I think. Ah, it's Gremlins. The Persians again. I don't know why that reminded me of the heads from back at Fort Joy. Up the chest. It's not a trap. Oh no, but the chest, it's a trap. Chest. You open it and it explodes. The man with many cheeses. That's fancy looking armour. Wasteland Survivor, that one. Oh, not many hours. Like the creepy voidwalking worm things. Oh god. Oh, Pipsqueak the cat. Well, much like the O's, the Q's were very short as well. Really boring game. Mothman. Love the lizards. They're cool. The shame about the whole slavery aspect of the culture. That aside, they're cool. That included the kind of suck, but visually they're cool. Tell me how you fight. Beacon of Truth, justice and evil butt kicking. I just noticed that when the two were going off at the top of the screen. One of the credits, Solera of a Storm. Hippopotamus. That one butthole. That cat. Ah, that was awful. A Monkey King. Bobby and M. Franklin. Give him a shot as well. Fast 4. Where sheep heard of original sin. There we go. That's the last of the names. Ready 3D. Look at that, you got dragons flying around. But like, those aren't dragons. If they didn't want to be called dragons, they wouldn't look like dragons. So yeah, that is it for us today. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thanks for joining me on this, and my eyes are apparently still locked on the whole scrolling down thing. Yeah, I'll catch you next time. I'm not sure what we'll be back with tomorrow. Potentially something. Hopefully something. Yeah, I should